everybody, it's Julie and I'm back with another great video for you today. I'm going to be sharing how to use a very quick and easy watercolor method using distress ink pads. And the first thing I'm going to do is stamp my fun images here from the set called Life is Fun. This is by Basic Grey and Hero Arts together. And this is just such a darling set. I just can't resist the images in it. And it's got a bird and I love birds. If you've ever seen Portlandia's Put a Bird on It, you'll know why I get such a kick out of birds. And I need to stamp my images first onto watercolor paper and with a bleed-proof ink. So I'm using the Hero Arts Art Print Brown to stamp my images that I want to watercolor. And then I'm going to take all the different colors I want to watercolor with in distress ink pads, and I'm just going to tap the corner of all the different colors I want to use against an acrylic block. And this is going to become my paint palette. And then all I have to do is take a Niji water brush and squeeze the reservoir there in the handle a little bit, and then I can tap against that acrylic block and load it up with color, and the water that's flowing from the brush nib will mix with the beautiful distress ink colors, and then I can just paint away. And all I have to do is brush against the paper towel anytime I want to switch colors, and it's easier to add more color than it is to take it away. So I usually start off light-handed and then I'll come back in and intensify the color and load more color onto that brush there. But that's it, and I color outside the lines. I don't care about following the rules and staying inside the lines. And I leave a little white space and then intensify the color in other areas to make it look more painterly. And then I'm just going to cut that panel down and add some pattern paper onto the base card. And then I wanted to create a button, and I'm making a paper button from the watercolor paper, and I had a scrap left over, and I thought, oh, this would be fun. Just take the newsprint background stamp and ink it up a little bit. Just in the area that I needed, and I'm just going to punch 2 holes there with my little 1/8 inch punch, and I had to kind of angle it there so I could see what I was doing, and then I'm going to center that with the 3/4 inch circle punch, and that's how I get my button. And then I'm going to create a little well that's going to pop, I'm going to pop up that button there. And that works really nicely to get some contrast around the button. And I'm 3D mounting the main panel, and that's why I had to trim down the side so I could have that nice little bit of contrast and layered effect there. And then I decided it would be fun to distress the button, give it just a little bit more definition, so I used some soft sand shadow ink to distress the edges there a little bit. And then I'm going to thread some of the Hero twine in there. It's got that nice rich brown spool of color there that I really like, and if I pop that up and mount it to the card front, then it's going to be anchored down, and it's a lot easier to tie that twine in on the button than if I left it unmounted. So that's why I mounted it after I threaded it through initially. And then you know me, I got to take my trusty tweezer bee and clamp down the center of that bow so it doesn't get loose on me, and finish tying my bow and clip the ends, and that's it. We've got a cute little handmade button embellishment that matches the rest of the card. Isn't he sweet? I just love how that watercolor goes so fast and easy, and my distress ink pads made it a very quick job of getting that little birdie watercolor, and I hope you'll try it and make your own paper buttons. Thanks for watching.